Police and fire were responding to that building on a weekly basis.
Okay, I understand we're hearing sirens right now. Let's listen into that. All right, if that is the siren, and it sounds like it is, that would be the 3-minute siren. So we're expecting another set of sirens in about 2 minutes. That'd be 2:30, and the detonation's about 2:31 up top. One of the things we haven't talked about as we wade through the next couple minutes here is the disruption to people in the neighborhood, the disruption to the rail lines. Amtrak lines through Seattle, to Seattle more or less from Portland, have been disrupted for the last couple weeks.
Cars parked in the closed off area. They haven't been able to get their cars. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and I mean, in addition, you've got the Fields Park, which is nearby. A lot of people use that for walking their pets. Amtrak stopping service, especially from Portland on the north side, so the Seattle to Portland route suspended. But you know, there's been a little bit of controversy too surrounding this. Because
the freight lines.
Exactly, Union Pacific. City officials say Union Pacific actually resumed running 13 freight cars with toxic chemicals, actually specifically chlorine, near the building, despite saying that it wouldn't. Again, we're hearing sirens, so we are getting very close. Thinking that this might be the 1-minute siren potentially?
It's hard to tell. I think they were rather close together, but maybe they're just trying to give folks an ample warning. As you heard from the permitting and development director there from the city, you know, these things can change minute to minute. So I think as long as they give enough warning, our goal here is when this actually happens to just let it unfold, let you soak it in, and then we'll kind of fill in the blanks with our experts and our panel and our reporters on what you've actually seen as this happens. But this is the Centennial Mills building in Northwest Portland. Explosive charges have been loaded on all 4 corners. The goal here, the city says, for those to go off near simultaneously and for that tower to drop in. I'm going to stop and listen in. I'm hearing something there. A shout of fire in the hole and a round of applause from the crowd there on the edge of Fields Park as those explosives detonate. And that water tower, I am no demolition expert, but they said they wanted it to drop straight into the shell of the building, and it looks like that's exactly what happened.
They did. Yeah, we heard it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole. And the explosion, and it is somewhat surprising. I mean, I am no structural engineer either, but you can see the sides of that building still standing. I mean, I think this was something that we were going to talk about, like look for after the explosion to see how much of that building actually came down, and it appears not much of it did.
It's honestly wild that it didn't, because they were afraid that the trains across the street were going to, the rumbling from the trains, the vibrations were going to cause the building to go down.
We'll check in with our reporters, but I'm just getting texts from people on the ground there saying, I went over to close the door, it went off and blasted. I could feel the blast and I went to my feet. Those are people in neighboring buildings. Loud and powerful, really, really powerful. Wow.